Friday, welcome to the 3 things I learned in Saas Sports Tech and Live events. We're going to start with number 1 on my to-do list. So a number of years ago, one of my mentors took my to-do list on my phone and put something on there that's still there at number 1. Coach, don't play. And it was wonderful advice that I follow to this day. And I see it happening a lot with our team and the team that you're going to have around you. You see, Freddie Roach once said that we all revert back to who we are once we get in the ring and get hit. And if we were a salesperson, you're going to want to sell. If you were writing code, you want to do that. And eventually you're going to hit times where your aspirational goals are hard to hit. The sales number is seemingly out of reach. The code isn't done. The customer service number is getting a little lower than you'd like it. And your first initial response is going to be to jump in and do it yourself. That's what we all want to do because that's what exceptional people do. When you have exceptional people that you serve, that's what they're going to try to do. It's really important for your scale that you learn to coach, not play. It is difficult to keep your hands off and try to build a machine that can do this without you on the floor, but that's what you need to do. That's how we scale our careers. That's number 1. Especially relevant today, never lower your bar. Let somebody else do it. Listen, this is the hardest talent market I think anybody has seen, and we hear from it. We hear from all the CEOs we know about it, all the recruiters we work with, everybody, that either nobody wants to work or they only want to work on their own terms, and that's fair. That should always be the case. We've always been work from home friendly, and we've always been trying to make this a place where people want to go. But what generally happens is people have numbers they're trying to hit in the short run, and they think that the only way to do that is to say, okay, well now I got to lower my bar. And if you do that, I know from experience, you end up where Steve Jobs says you're going to end up. When you hire some Bs, the Bs start to hire Cs, and then the bozo parade begins. Trust me on this one. Don't lower your bar. Let other people do it. I know it's really difficult to watch and think and question yourself and think that you might be making a mistake. But poor employees going to other companies is a win for you. It's a competitive advantage. That's number 2. Don't lower your bar. Let others do it. Number 3, from the Not So Great Chips remake, which had some good laughs in it. Who's exploiting your wife? Ponch is talking to his partner, who has disclosed to him that they haven't been intimate in a while, and his response is, well, if you're not, somebody else is. Over the weekend, we went through a recruiting process for one of our family when it comes to a sport that they play, and we watched a lot of people make moves that were a little surprising to the leadership and the different people that were doing the recruiting. Many of the moves were driven by a really simple fact. They were so focused on new recruits that they weren't telling the ones that they believed were in for life how valued they were, how good they were, and how great they are as part of the team. If you're not telling your best performers how great they are, I guarantee you somebody else is, especially in this job market. That's it for this week. See you next week on The 3 Things.